Are expedition cruises destroying Antarctica? Depending on who you ask, yeah. But also, no. The debate is a legitimate one. After all, most massive cruise ships are often unsustainable and environmentally irresponsible, and Antarctica is home to a delicate ecosystem that affects the weather of the entire world. Plus, has species that don't exist anywhere else. So, yeah, fair question. But what are the real concerns posed by folks who don't think Antarctic tourism should be a thing? And what are modern expedition cruises doing to mitigate those concerns? We wanted to know, so we sailed to Antarctica on the Lindblad expedition's National Geographic Explorer to see what we could learn about sustainability on the southernmost continent and what tour operators are doing to protect it. Yep. We sailed from Argentina 600 nautical miles across the notorious Drake Passage and then flew back to Chile on Lindblad's first ever sail and fly offering to Antarctica. Totally not mad I didn't have to sail across the Drake twice, by the way. All to check out a continent whose effective surface area nearly doubles in size every winter thanks to how much sea ice freezes around it. We're talking at a rate of up to 2 square miles per minute. Per minute! Like, whoa, am I right? But first things first, absolutely no shade to anyone advocating for Antarctica to be off limits. I've read those arguments and they make a lot of excellent points. Cruising is generally not inherently sustainable. No travel is. In fact, most of the massive cruise lines you're probably familiar with are terrible polluters and seemingly largely unconcerned with any form of real sustainability, at least in action. Fortunately, small ship expedition cruises have a much smaller carbon footprint than traditional cruise ships, but yeah, it's still higher than driving somewhere cool in your hybrid. Plus, a lot of these small cruise lines are truly leading the way in development of more sustainable fuels and power sources, which we've already started seeing in the way of fully electric ships. But still, there are a lot of threats when it comes to sensitive ecosystems like Antarctica, from water and air pollution to spreading bird flu to transporting invasive species. People are naturally concerned about threats to wildlife and glaciers. So let's get into some of those and what small expedition cruises are doing to protect it all. And fortunately, there are lots of rules and restrictions for companies that operate down there. That's mostly thanks to IAATO, the International Association of Antarctica Tour Operators, and the older Antarctica Treaty, which is now honored by 50 countries. IAATO's mission is to protect and preserve the region and promote safe and environmentally responsible travel there. Think of it as a sort of United Nations for tour operators to protect the largest wilderness area on Earth. So tour companies that are members are already stating their commitment to protect Antarctica. They join voluntarily, by the way. It's not required, but it's a really bad look if tour operators don't. So your first course of action when considering an Antarctica cruise is to see if the line you're booking with is a member. The IAATO board, the people who make new rules and reprimand those who fail to follow them, is composed of folks from across the industry, which helps ensure that no one company can just do whatever the heck they want if it benefits them. Which is more or less necessary because unlike every other travel destination in the world, Antarctica doesn't have any permanent residents. Nor is the landmass claimed or owned or governed by any other country. So not only does it not have its own laws or societies, it has no one to vouch for it other than IAATO. IAATO sets rigorous standards for all vessels and tour operators that travel to and around Antarctica. Members have to file a detailed environmental impact assessment and must use only lighter grade marine gas fuels. That means no heavy fuel oils, which is what most cruise ships use and is highly polluting. Marine gas is still petroleum-based, but it's loads better at least, and that's something. As for more specific concerns, some people are worried that expedition cruises are turning the last true unpeopled wilderness into Disney World. But the reality is that every ship is required to pre-book their ports, as in where they want to drop anchor for the afternoon for an off-ship hike or zodiac cruising. Why? To ensure that they'll be the only ship there. That preserves the feeling of wilderness, but also prevents too many people from leaving a detrimentally cumulative impact on the landscape by all being in the same place at once. Also, ships aren't allowed to bring more than 100 people on shore at a time, which protects the landscape and the animals who could become easily overwhelmed or frightened off by huge crowds of people. What's more, ships with over 500 passengers aren't allowed to offer landings at all. So keep that in mind if you're booking an Antarctica expedition, because frankly, I don't think you can check off a continent if you didn't set foot on land. Just saying. Then, of course, there are concerns about protecting wildlife specifically, especially threatened whales, penguins, and seals that sometimes can't be found anywhere else on Earth. Fortunately, protecting wildlife is of huge importance to IAATO, so there are zones with speed restrictions where sensitive wildlife are known to hang out. And it goes without saying that you're not allowed to touch or feed wildlife. Right? Right? I don't need to say that. Unfortunately, the number of people getting gored by bison every year in Yellowstone says that I do. So staff were adamant about keeping a specific safe distance from various wildlife, so I recommend a zoom lens. And protecting wildlife ties into protecting plant life too, though frankly, I didn't see a single leaf or blade of grass in over a week, but it's important to keep it that way. So trails were mapped out for us and we were instructed not to leave dedicated paths. We certainly weren't supposed to walk down penguin highways. Plus, all of our shoes and gear had to be rigorously cleaned between every landing. That's because bird flu is highly contagious and easily spread, and yeah, penguins can get it. So if you pick up some contaminated bird poop on your shoe, neglect to clean it off, and then take it to another penguin colony at the next landing site, you could infect an entirely new population. In fact, if responsible expedition leaders spot signs of bird flu at a landing site, they won't land there at all. That and the threat of transporting invasive species is why as soon as we got on the ship, anything we might wear on land was inspected to ensure there were no seeds stuck to it. You also aren't allowed to kneel or put your bag on the ground in Antarctica for the same reason. Why? You might lose your balance and fall over, and then your whole body would need to be decontaminated. Pass. Anyway, break the rules and tour operators and guides who are truly passionate about protecting these places have to report it. When they do, the cruise line can get fined or way worse, so they have plenty of reasons to ensure guests comply. I squatted to take a photo once and was sternly reminded that that was a no-no. Then there's the landscape itself, namely the glaciers and icebergs, which, yeah, are generally retreating, much like most glaciers all over the world. But being near them isn't the main factor causing their melting. It's everything we all do every day that contributes to global warming. Factory farming, driving to work, and Lindblad and many other small, sustainably minded expeditions are using their proximity to these climate indicators to further education and research. For example, Lindblad participates in the Extreme Ice Survey and maintains cameras on the continent to document the movement of glaciers over time. Many ships also transport researchers, often at no cost to them, to conduct climate-related research, animal studies, you name it. Then there's the education component. On the Explorer specifically, staff scientists gave lectures multiple times a day on penguins, the oceanic food chain, the importance of sea ice, even the devastation krill fishing is causing. There were as many opportunities to learn as you could handle, and a lot of it is information you'd probably never think to research yourself. All of which offers travelers a better understanding of not just a region, but what it means to protect it. It's a way to see how the decisions we make in our daily lives potentially have major impacts and implications on places like this. So what I'm saying is, travel like this, when done responsibly, yes, even to Antarctica, can alter the way we think of and interact with the world and encourage changes in our lives that help protect it, like swapping krill oil supplements for flax or chia to protect the integrity of the Antarctic food chain, or seeing glaciers calve in person and watching videos of that exact same glacier retreat over time to help you understand that climate change is real. So yeah, Visiting destinations like Antarctica can absolutely be dicey in terms of sustainability, and expedition cruises sure have plenty of room to continue to improve on that front. But the experience also elevates one's sense of reverence, as Sven Lindblad put it, and when you revere something, you want to take care of it. So I say book that Antarctica expedition cruise, but make sure the cruise line is an IAATO member. Check to see if they have a sustainability and impact report. Research what they're doing to educate and give back, and what exactly they're doing to protect the places they visit. Then travel responsibly before and after your expedition. Take your time and visit more of the countries you start from or end at. I mean, it's a long flight down to Argentina or Chile for most folks. Explore South America while you're at it, and make that expensive and carbon-heavy flight worth it. So, you don't have to come back a second time. Then freaking enjoy Antarctica responsibly. Because penguins, am I right? Obsessed. If you enjoyed this video, we'll drop a link below to an article we wrote highlighting the gear we recommend you take with you on your Antarctica expedition, and a video of our experience on an HX expedition cruise to eastern Greenland. I think you're gonna like that one too.